Welcome back to Nature Moment. In the heart of Africa, there is a place where life and death intertwine in every mortal battle. That is MAASAI Mara. This mysterious wilderness is not only a breathtaking natural landscape, but also a relentless battlefield, where bloody confrontations between the most ferocious predators on the planet take place every day. Every hunt here is a relentless battle, as predators fight against all barriers to win. The tense confrontations, where the strong constantly test the survival of the weak, always take place at an unpredictable pace. In this world, only agility, intelligence, and patience can help predators overcome life and death challenges. Just a small mistake can lead to huge losses in this kingdom. Get ready for some intense battles that you won't be able to take your eyes off. Follow Nature Moment to immerse yourself in the dramatic moments of the wild world. On the banks of the Mara River, where millions of creatures seek their livelihood, there is a giant animal that is not as prominent as lions or crocodiles, but plays an important role in maintaining the balance of the entire ecosystem. That is the hippo. In the MAASAI Mara, they are not only part of the landscape, but also the silent farmers of the Mara River. With a weight of up to 4,500 kilograms, hippos are one of the heaviest animals in Africa, especially for adult males. What makes them special is not only their enormous size, but also the unique habits they maintain in this habitat. Hippos are land animals, but they spend most of their time in the water. This is not because they like to swim, but because their skin is very sensitive to sunlight. When living in the hot, dry land of the MAASAI Mara, the hippo's thick skin can crack under the influence of high temperatures. Although they are able to secrete a red mucus that protects their skin from sunlight, this is not enough to protect them completely. Therefore, hippos spend more than 16 hours a day in the water, where they can avoid the heat of the savannah. Another interesting thing is the way hippos move underwater. In fact, they do not swim like other aquatic animals. Instead, they walk underwater, thanks to their heavy bodies and excellent breath control. Hippos can dive underwater and hold their breath for about 5 minutes without surfacing. Their eyes, ears, and nose are located on the top of their heads, allowing them to see and breathe easily, even when they are almost completely submerged. But what makes them truly special is the role of farmers that hippos play. A hippo can release up to 25 kilograms of feces into the river every day. Although this may seem like a simple act of dumping waste, these feces actually play an important role in maintaining the Mara River ecosystem. Have you ever wondered why? Hippos' feces provide nutrients for aquatic plants and small animals that live in the water, thereby creating a complete life cycle for a variety of other species in this ecosystem. These silent farmers may not be as noticeable as other predators, but they play an essential role in maintaining the life of the MAASAI Mara ecosystem. Although hippo poop may seem like a small thing in nature, it actually plays a very important role in maintaining life in the Mara River ecosystem. They provide essential nutrients for the growth of aquatic plants, which in turn facilitate the growth of fish, food for birds such as storks, herons, and even other predators. In this way, although it is a seemingly insignificant act, hippo poop creates an essential nutrient cycle for the surrounding life. This shows an interesting fact about nature. Everything in an ecosystem is closely connected, from large animals like hippos to small birds and fish. Each of these small parts contributes to the overall survival of the system. However, not all relationships in nature are harmonious. When you see hippos moving underwater, you might think they are just heavy and slow creatures, but in fact, they are skilled sailors, using their powerful bodies to create paths in the riverbed. Interestingly, while other animals have to swim to survive, hippos can dive deep underwater without worrying about resurfacing, an ability that not all species have. Hippos' droppings are not just waste, but actually serve as an extremely important source of nutrients for aquatic plants, which in turn feed small animals in the ecosystem. In the wild, even small actions like hippo droppings have a profound impact on the nutrient cycle and survival of an entire ecosystem, where every living thing is closely connected. Although hippos are not as prominent as notorious predators, it is these silent actions that help maintain life and balance in the MAASAI Mara ecosystem, where everything has a role to play. Hippos and crocodiles, although living in the same area, maintain a rather special relationship. They do not compete directly, but always maintain a wariness of each other. Crocodiles, with their terrible strength and sharp teeth, rarely dare to attack an adult hippo. The simple reason is that a hippo's bite can easily crush its opponent, with a bite force of up to 1,800 psi, strong enough to defeat any invader. However, the great danger comes from crocodiles to the hippo's young. Young hippos, without the protection of adults, are easy targets for crocodiles, especially when they are separated from the group. However, adult hippos do not hesitate to show their strength to protect their children and territory. 8. Sometimes they will chase crocodiles away from the riverbank, clearly showing their dominance. Not only are they large and powerful creatures, hippos are also silent engineers of the Mara River ecosystem. As they move, they inadvertently open up new paths in the water, helping to prevent sedimentation and maintain a stable flow of the river. This is especially important during the dry season, when water becomes the most valuable resource for all species, from herbivores to predators. Although not fierce predators, hippos are certainly an indispensable pillar of the Mara River ecosystem. Amidst the vast grasslands, the MAASAI Mara is distinguished not only by the existence of predators, but also by animals that play a role in creating life, such as hippos. Number 14. In the tense confrontation between hippos and crocodiles, can the strength of hippos protect their young from this fearsome predator? 15. Share your views and discuss this strange relationship in the comments section. This is especially important during the dry months, when the average rainfall in the Masai Mara ranges from 500 to 700 millimeters per year, a figure much lower than that of neighboring areas such as the Serengeti in Tanzania. The Serengeti, despite its proximity, is affected by longer dry seasons due to the harsh climate and lack of rain. This leads to a rapid depletion of grass for grazing animals. In contrast, the Masai Mara, thanks to its regular rainfall and short but strong rains, allows its ecosystem to recover quickly. This environment not only creates fertile land for animals, but also keeps life abundant and abundant. Going deeper into the Masai Mara, we will encounter the most fearsome predators, the Big Five, the group of 5 most famous African predators: lion, leopard, elephant, buffalo, and rhino. Each member of the Big Five possesses strong survival instincts, helping them dominate in the fight for life and death. Among them, the lion, with the title King of the Savannah, is a model of power and leadership. The lion can create a roar that echoes up to 8 kilometers, causing the entire savannah to shake every time it appears. This is not only a symbol of power, but also a warning to all creatures in the area. However, even the king of the savannah is not immune to constant battles to maintain his power. What is special about lions is that they are the only big cats that live in groups. Number 8. A typical pride of lions in the Masai Mara usually consists of 10 to 15 individuals, although some prides can be larger. These prides rely not only on individual strength, but also on unity to survive. Although lion prides are known for their prominent males with their thick manes and majestic appearance, it is actually the females, or lionesses, who are the real warriors. About 90% of the hunting in a pride of lions is done by the females, who are meticulous and intelligent warriors. An adult female lion can weigh up to 150 kilograms, and they use ambush tactics, taking advantage of the height of the savanna grass to hide and surround their prey before making a powerful attack. Their bite force can reach 650 psi, enough to take down a 250-kilogram antelope with a single bite. However, despite their superiority, lions' hunts are not always successful. Female lions are the true warriors of the savannah, but the protection and power of the pride still depends on the dominance of the male lion, the king of the pride. A male lion can weigh between 180 and 250 kilograms and defend a large territory of up to 60 kilometers. It marks its boundaries with a loud roar and a distinctive scent. However, its dominance is not without challenges. Invaders are constantly looking to usurp power, from the mighty hyenas to the ambitious young male lions who want to take their place. When night falls and the light of the moon is obscured by clouds over the savannah, the lions will come out to hunt. About 80% of lions hunting takes place at night, when darkness gives them a great advantage in concealment. Their targets are usually large animals such as antelopes, zebras, and especially buffalo. However, their success rate in hunting is only about 30%, and for powerful prey such as buffalo, the rate is even lower since buffalo can weigh 4 times the weight of a lion. The so-called throne of the lion pride is not simply an easy victory. Every year, their power is challenged by formidable opponents, the giant and mighty buffalo. However, when the rainy season ends and resources become scarce, the buffalo's power begins to weaken, and once again, the lion's power may change. Meanwhile, the members of the lion pride know that, although the hunt is not always easy, just one young buffalo is enough to make dinner for the whole group. But do not forget, it is not an easy prey to deal with, and each member of the pride must fight with all their might to win. In the dangerous hunt of the lion pride, only the bravest lioness is willing to risk her life to lead the attack. As always, the lioness does not hesitate to lead the group into battle. However, even the bravest leader needs help from his teammates. An old male lion, whom she had trusted for a long time, continued to step forward to support her. Although not as strong as before, this was the best choice she had. Is the power of the king of the savannah really solid when facing constant challenges from nature and surrounding enemies? The lion, with its dominance, still cannot escape fierce battles to protect its territory and maintain its strength. Do you realize that true strength comes not only from individuals, but also from the unity of the herd? Only about 20% of lion hunts on buffaloes are successful, and in over 50% of such encounters, at least one lion will be injured. The lions not only fight with their prey, but also with the harsh realities of the wild. Although the male lion may stand firm as the king of the savannah, its power lasts only for a short period, about 2 to 3 years, when it is at the peak of its strength. During this time, it defends its territory and maintains control. However, when defeated by younger male lions, it will be driven out of the pride. This process is part of the natural cycle, where only the strongest can continue to rule. In addition to lions, the savannah is home to other predators, equally dangerous: cheetahs. Unlike lions, cheetahs are quiet and extremely cunning hunters, especially known for their climbing abilities and ambush tactics from above. They wait for prey on high branches, observing and choosing the right moment to strike at the weak or young individuals that have strayed from the group. Cheetahs' night vision is 6 times better than humans, allowing them to easily locate prey even in the dark. With a length of about 5 feet and weighing up to 200 pounds, cheetahs are masters of climbing and hunting. Their agility allows them to climb trees with ease, creating unique hunting strategies that few other animals can replicate. Cheetahs are one of the few predator species that have perfected the art of ambush from trees, waiting for prey to come within range. With speeds of up to 36 miles per hour, cheetahs can easily catch smaller prey like Thompson's gazelles, monkeys, or rabbits. Unlike lions or leopards, cheetahs hunt alone, allowing them to maintain secrecy and efficiency in their attacks. The success rate of cheetah hunts is about 38%, much higher than other predators, thanks to their careful planning. With a powerful bite and sharp teeth, a cheetah can kill its prey in a matter of seconds, gripping its neck until it suffocates. Cheetahs hunt not only to satisfy their hunger, but also to survive in a dangerous environment. A male cheetah can defend a territory as large as 19 square miles, while females occupy smaller areas of about 8 square miles. Marks such as deep scratches on tree trunks and strong-smelling urine are how cheetahs assert their territory and drive off intruders. However, despite being masters of hunting and territory defense, cheetahs are not completely immune to danger. In the dense forest, where anything can happen, cheetah cubs under 2 years old easily become targets for lions and hyenas. In fact, half of cheetah cubs never make it to their second year, often hunted or starving during their first few months. In the wild, even the strongest must face harsh challenges in their survival journey. Cheetahs are not only skilled hunters, but also excellent strategists in defending their territory. The marks they leave, such as deep scratches on tree trunks or the scent of their urine, are not just methods of marking, but part of a sophisticated communication system, informing other species of their presence while preventing any intrusion. However, their existence in an environment full of dangers is a constant struggle, with cheetah cubs under 2 years old facing threats from large predators like lions and hyenas, as well as the challenges of finding food. The life of a cheetah, though a master predator, is not always easy. In the wild, every creature, no matter how powerful, faces the harsh trials where survival is determined by their ability to adapt and fight relentlessly. This is what makes every moment of a cheetah's existence a testament to strength, instinct, and survival in a harsh ecosystem. However, while the cheetah is a perfect silent predator, when it comes to absolute speed and explosive power during hunts, only one species can surpass all others outside of the Big Five: the cheetah. Known as the living tornado of the savannah, the cheetah is the master of speed. It can reach speeds of up to 75 miles per hour in bursts, outpacing all other animals in a race of speed. With a top speed of up to 70 miles per hour and the ability to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, the cheetah outpaces most sports cars. To achieve such exceptional performance, the cheetah's body has been optimized into a perfect speed machine. Its flexible spine acts like a spring, increasing the length of each stride to 23 to 26 feet per leap. Its long legs and non-retractable claws help the cheetah maintain grip on the ground, while its long tail acts as a steering wheel, maintaining balance even when making sudden turns during a chase. Despite being the fastest animal on the planet, the cheetah's agility and speed come with a major drawback: limited endurance. It can only sustain its top speed for about 20 to 30 seconds before needing to stop and recover due to its body temperature rising to dangerously high levels. Unlike the ferocity of lions or the stealth of leopards, cheetahs are the artists of daylight. They don't use darkness to their advantage, but instead capitalize on the soft light of the morning or the brilliant orange rays of sunset to hunt. This is the ideal time when the temperature is comfortable and prey is scattered, less aware of their surroundings. The subtlety in the cheetah's strategy is what makes them such skilled hunters. Cheetahs don't need a pride to coordinate attacks, nor do they need powerful roars like lions. Instead, they select the weakest prey in a herd, often young ones that have strayed from the group. The success rate in cheetah hunts can reach up to 50%, a remarkable figure, much higher than the success rate of lions. The secret lies not just in their astounding speed, but also in their precise attack strategy. Cheetahs are intelligent hunters, always knowing how to use the surrounding environment to create sharp and effective attacks. Antelopes, hares, or Thompson's gazelles are frequent targets in cheetah hunts. A field study in MAASAI Mara shows that cheetahs typically approach their prey from a distance of 150 to 230 feet before accelerating and launching the final attack. The hunt usually lasts less than 10 seconds. It's a lucky day for a cheetah family, but this doesn't always go smoothly. About 10 to 15% of successful cheetah hunts are stolen by hyenas or lions. Furthermore, only 30% of cheetah cubs survive their first year, often being chased by other predators or starving when the mother can't hunt enough food for them. One of the most formidable challengers in the wild world of MAASAI Mara is the African buffalo. As one of the most dangerous animals in the Big Five group, the buffalo is not only a symbol of strength, but also a major threat to any predator brave enough to face it. A buffalo can weigh up to 2,000 pounds, posing a real challenge for any predator. Its curved horns, especially the thick and durable center section known as the boss, are its primary weapons, helping it protect itself from attacks, even from powerful predators like lions and hyenas. Buffaloes always live in large herds, which can number up to 500 individuals, forming an impenetrable living fortress. The strong male buffaloes lead the herds and act as shields, protecting the females and calves from danger. The females and calves are usually protected by adult members on the outer edges of the herd. Although buffaloes are not particularly agile, Their strength and unity make them a formidable force in nature. The African buffalo can transform from peaceful animals into fierce warriors in the blink of an eye. Although herbivores, buffaloes possess the strength to eliminate any threat, even if it's just a potential danger. In particular, buffalo calves can become a deadly threat to predators like lions. Their curved horns, which can reach up to 5 feet in length, are powerful weapons capable of piercing through a lion's thick hide or even causing severe injuries to large predators like crocodiles. Although they are often preyed upon by lions, buffaloes play an essential role in maintaining the ecological balance of Masai Mara. As they graze, they consume old grasses, creating opportunities for young plants to grow, thereby providing high-quality food sources for animals like zebras, antelopes, and impalas. As the dry season arrives, hot winds blow across the Serengeti plains, carrying dust and creating a harsh environment. The call of nature urges the herds of antelope to migrate, heading toward Masai Mara, the promised land of life. The small rivers have run dry, the grasslands have withered, and in the distance, zebras move in a life-or-death journey. This is a migration stretching nearly 500 miles, where survival instincts guide them. Every animal in the herd, from antelopes to zebras, knows that this journey is not only a search for food, but also an opportunity to sustain life. Have you ever wondered if, in life, the great challenges we face are like the migration journeys of these creatures, where each step is part of an unceasing cycle of life? This migration, while an incredible natural wonder, is also a battle for survival for countless species in the Masai Mara ecosystem. Over 1.5 million antelopes, hundreds of thousands of zebras, and Thomson's gazelles are driven by one powerful purpose: to find the lush grasses of Masai Mara. It is a journey that is not only arduous, but also an event that shapes the fate of countless creatures in the region. Their movement is not just a survival quest, but a significant event that impacts the entire ecosystem of this land. Driven by the need to survive, their relentless footsteps move forward, with their eyes always fixed on the distant horizon, where the grasslands are revived by the season's rains. However, this journey is no easy road. The path to these lush grasslands is a battlefield full of dangers. Predators lie hidden in the tall grasses, waiting for the right moment to strike. And ahead, the Mara River, with its massive crocodiles, is the greatest challenge the herds of antelope must face. Can you imagine the antelopes overcoming these harsh challenges, where each step could be their last? The Mara River becomes a boundary between life and death for the herds of antelope. The powerful current of the river is strong enough to sweep away anyone who loses their balance. The steep, slippery riverbanks, filled with sharp rocks, form a deadly maze that nature has set up to test those who dare to cross. But the danger isn't just on land, it's also beneath the murky waters of the Mara River. Nile crocodiles, predators with a history of over 200 million years, lie hidden beneath the mud, ready to lunge when antelopes wade through. Despite facing countless dangers, the animals have no choice but to move forward. Each year, about 6,000 antelopes lose their lives crossing the Mara River, but the natural world doesn't allow anyone to stop. And in this battle, the most dangerous enemy is the Nile crocodile, with its cold, sudden attacks. These crocodiles aren't in a hurry. They wait patiently until their prey falls within striking range. With bodies up to 20 feet long, weighing over 100 pounds, and a bite force of up to 3,700 psi, they are predators that are hard to fight against. Every moment of distraction during the migration is an opportunity for Nile crocodiles to take advantage of. An adult zebra can be pulled into the water within seconds. According to a 2024 study by the African Wildlife Conservation Fund, crocodile success rates in these chaotic river crossings reach up to 70%. When a crocodile launches from the water, all tranquility is shattered in a swift and powerful attack. Its massive jaws clamp tightly around its prey, ending its life in an instant. Once bitten, it never lets go. The young or weak individuals are the first to fall. With a brutal twist, the crocodile can break bones and tear apart its prey, executing a famous maneuver called the death roll, spinning at up to 3 times per second. As the prey is dragged to the dark depths of the river, terror spreads throughout. The antelopes panic, leaping in disorganized chaos, trying to escape the predator's grasp. Once the crocodile has its fill, it quietly sinks to the river's bottom, leaving the water's surface as calm as if nothing had happened. But it's not just the large crocodiles that hunt. They also seek out swampy areas and quiet river branches to breed and teach their young. Although cold-blooded predators, the mother crocodiles are incredibly protective of their offspring. After laying their eggs, they guard the nest for about 3 months, patient and cautious. Interestingly, the temperature of the nest determines the gender of the crocodile hatchlings. Between 89.6 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit, the young will be male, while temperatures outside this range produce females. However, only about 1 in 10 hatchlings survives their first year. The lucky ones will learn to hunt by observing the adult crocodiles, continuing to participate in the harsh cycle of survival in the Mara River. Do you notice that in the wild, life and death are always present in every decision and action of the animals? This challenging migration never allows for slowness or weakness. Inexperienced young or tired individuals who cannot withstand the fierce current will be left behind, becoming victims of nature. Yet, even in the eyes of the most fearsome predators, the Mara River still exemplifies the harsh rules of nature. Do you think that in the wild, every step, every decision could mean the difference between life and death? The Mara River is not just a life or death boundary, it is also a symbol of rebirth in nature. For the animals that survive the perilous river crossing, it is a promise of a new life where lush grasses and fresh water await. The remaining creatures continue their journey into the MAASAI Mara Plains, where a new life begins. But crossing the Mara River is not the end for the survivors. MAASAI Mara is not just a lush paradise, it is also a new battlefield where skilled hunters wait, ready to complete the harsh cycle of the food chain in the savannah. As the migrating animals enter Masai Mara, they face not only new terrain but also infamous predators, such as lions. Once an antelope is within a lion's sights, even though zebras can detect predators from up to 1.5 miles away, it doesn't guarantee they will escape. The tall grasses and rugged terrain form a tense battleground. On one side, patient camouflaged lions, on the other, alert herds of animals stepping cautiously, one careful step at a time. Life and death are always separated by a single breath. Lions are the only big cats that live in prides, but this communal life is not easy. An adult lioness needs about 12 pounds of meat each day, but sometimes one can eat up to 4 times that amount in a single meal. Large male lions can consume up to 100 pounds of meat at once, enough to bring down almost any prey. For a pride of lions, a large kill can feed the whole group for several days. But for larger prides, hunting nearly every day is necessary to ensure survival. This pressure weighs heavily on the lionesses, forcing them to use all their tactics to approach and attack. But the challenges don't end once the lions get close to their prey. They can only run at high speed for about 300 feet, and they need all their strength to bring down zebras, creatures that can weigh twice as much as they do. This is when the coordination and power of the pride are most apparent. While the adult lions work tirelessly to protect and hunt, the cubs have the opportunity to observe and learn from the successful hunts. Each successful hunt is an important lesson in survival, helping them grow and become hunters themselves in the future. In the early months of their lives, lion cubs do not participate in hunts, but are carefully protected by their mother, keeping them safe from danger until they are strong enough to join the pride. As they grow, the young male lions begin to explore the boundaries of the pride's territory. But even as the young lions are learning, they must still face great challenges. A young lion dared to stray from the group and encountered a terrifying enemy, a pack of hyenas. With their overwhelming numbers, the hyenas could have killed it in an instant. But as chaos ensued, the help from its pride changed the tide of the battle. Despite their strength and danger, the hyenas could not match the full power of the lion pride. However, they do not give up easily. In the vast savannah of Masai Mara, where the winds blow across the tall grasses, the sounds of roars and the chuckling calls of predators mix together, hyenas are always a threat to larger predators like lions. While hyenas usually don't engage in direct combat, when the opportunity arises, they turn every hunt into a real battle. These predators always keep lions on alert. Though often misunderstood as scavengers, Hyenas are actually incredibly smart, organized, and efficient hunters. About 50% of a hyena's food comes from its own hunts, while the rest comes from stolen prey or carcasses left by other animals. These predators continuously lurk, waiting for the right moment to attack and steal kills from lions. With sharp teeth and a bite force of up to 100 psi, hyenas can crush bones and consume everything from flesh to cartilage without leaving a trace. Hyenas are not just predators, they are relentless fighters, always seeking to steal prey from lions. They don't rush to attack immediately, instead growling and taunting, putting pressure on the prey. A brave hyena decides to advance, aiming for a torn piece of meat. The lion, with a regal roar, immediately counters, and the battle erupts. In the end, the hyena pack only managed to steal a portion of the carcass, but none of them left without injury. They paid a high price for this meal. Studies show that conflicts between hyenas and lions typically occur when the number of hyenas is 3 times the number of lions. But even with a numerical advantage, hyenas still face many risks. Life and death in the wild are always an unrelenting struggle, where each decision and action can lead to life or death. The rivalry between hyenas and lions isn't limited to stealing prey, but is part of a merciless battle for survival. While hyenas have the advantage in numbers, they still face the superior strength and sophisticated hunting strategies of lions, making each conflict a deadly gamble. The struggle between these two species is not just a competition to survive, but also a challenge of intelligence and raw strength, where the weaker can become the victim of the stronger's pride. In this harsh wild world, every battle is a reminder that life can only continue if we know how to adapt and fight to protect ourselves. As the herds of antelopes, zebras, and Thompson's gazelles move, they are not only searching for fresh grasslands and water sources, but also using the terrain to protect themselves. The swampy areas and the banks of the Mara River become strategic routes, helping them avoid predators. The rugged terrain, difficult for predators to navigate, becomes an ally for the migrating animals in their survival journey. These places are not only shelters, but also battlegrounds, where life and death struggles between species occur relentlessly. Throughout the migration, as the animals grow tired and exhausted from the long journey and lack of food, they are easily left behind and become prey for predators. This is the time when predators, especially big cats, intensify their hunting efforts, turning these areas into prime hunting grounds. Weak and tired antelopes will not be able to escape the predators ready to strike. Every step in the dry and harsh savannah can be the difference between life and death. And as the migrating species continue their journey, the appearance of a swift predator like the cheetah is inevitable. In the vast grasslands of Masai Mara, where speed is the decisive weapon, the cheetah uses the wide-open plains to race toward its prey. The antelopes rush about in every direction, causing the cheetah to lose its rhythm and fail to maintain speed. A young, impatient cheetah decides to charge into the chase, but in a crucial moment, it fails to use all its strength. As a result, this meal was not part of its plan. Can you feel that in nature, every opportunity can be a matter of life and death, and not every rare chance can be seized? As soon as the opportunity is missed, another killer appears, the leopard. A master of deadly ambushes, the leopard knows how to take advantage of the migration season of animals to execute quick and efficient hunts. These prey become the perfect target for a swift attack. MAASAI Mara, with its thick vegetation and wide canopy, is an ideal place for leopards to hide. They are not loud predators, but silent shadows crouched among branches or bushes. In the wild, patience and the ability to time things perfectly are far more important than sheer strength. When everything is in place, the leopard never misses its opportunity. The moment of attack, perfectly calculated, determines 80% of the success of the hunt. A leap from the shadows, a precise strike, it all happens in the blink of an eye. The leopard races forward with incredible speed, bringing down its prey before the antelope herd has time to react. A sudden end, yet entirely predictable from the leopard's calculations. However, after the leopard's deadly hunts, MAASAI Mara reveals an impressive contrast. The image of graceful and elegant giraffes moving across the vast plains, their impressive height seeming to bring serenity and peace. The giraffes, with their impressive height, seem like silent giants, oblivious to the frantic pace of the savannah. Yet, even these towering creatures are not immune to moments of danger. Although their excellent eyesight allows them to spot predators from afar, reducing the risk of surprise attacks, drinking water becomes a significant challenge. To approach the water, giraffes must spread their front legs and bend their necks low, putting them in a vulnerable position for attack. It is in that moment, lasting only a few seconds, that a predator like a crocodile can seize the opportunity. The moment between life and death becomes more fragile than ever. In nature, even the simplest actions can be the deciding factor for survival. However, with their strength and courage, giraffes are not easy targets. A kick from their legs can generate enough force to crush the skull of an adult lion. Yet, lions never give up, never considering the giraffe an easy prey. Giraffes are not just passive prey, they also fight relentlessly, both in struggles for territorial control and in mating disputes. These battles, known as necking, occur when two male giraffes face off, using their necks and heads like giant hammers to fight. A strong blow from the neck can leave the opponent stunned or even cause them to collapse. These fights are not just physical competitions, but play a crucial role in determining the social structure of the giraffe herd, reinforcing hierarchy and relationships within the group. In the wild, not only strength, but also social organization is key to helping animals survive. The social organization within a giraffe herd not only helps them find food and water effectively, but also creates a robust defense network against enemies. Every giraffe in the herd understands its position, and respects the group's rules, ensuring stability in every action. The strong giraffes can protect the weak, ensuring that no one is left behind during migration. This cooperation not only ensures the survival of each individual, but also guarantees the sustainable growth of the whole group. In the wild, a strong community is the key to facing nature's challenges, where life must be protected every second, every minute. As the herds of antelope cross the Mara River, the savannah seems to be enveloped by a new energy, with brief rain showers becoming a temporary refuge for the exhausted migrating creatures. However, while the footsteps of the migrating species slow down, MAASAI Mara never stops moving. This is home to native animals, like elephants, who do not migrate but continue to seek water from the Mara River year-round. Alongside elephants, hippos also remain in the river's waters, creating a peaceful atmosphere after the chaos of the migration season. Meanwhile, among the herbivores, impalas stand out. Although they do not participate in the grand migration, they are vital to the ecosystem of this region. Can you sense that, whether migratory or native, each creature plays a unique role and mission in maintaining the balance of nature? Unlike the migrating herds of antelope and zebras, impalas do not take part in the arduous journey of migration. They choose to stay in MAASAI Mara, primarily living near the river or in low grasslands with a stable water supply. However, this stability makes them easy targets for predators like lions, leopards, and hyenas. Although they do not face the dangers of the migration journey, impalas must still fight other challenges. During the breeding season, intense battles occur between males, with antlers up to 35 inches long, each clash capable of being a fatal blow. A study in MAASAI Mara reveals that about 30% of male impalas involved in these battles suffer serious injuries, forcing them to give up the fight for dominance. As these battles unfold, predator packs, such as vultures and other scavengers, silently observe, ready to join the endless cycle of life and death. The vultures, tirelessly, are the relentless cleaners of nature. They consume all the remaining meat from the hunts of lions, leopards, or the impalas left behind after migration. A single vulture can consume 2 to 4 pounds of meat in one meal, taking only a few hours to clean up a large carcass. Vultures are not just the cleaners of nature, but they also play a vital role in preventing the spread of dangerous diseases like anthrax and tuberculosis, threats that could destroy entire ecosystems if left unchecked. In nature, every animal, whether a predator or a scavenger, plays an essential role in maintaining the balance and health of the entire ecosystem. However, the battle for a meal is not easy for vultures. They face powerful competitors like hyenas and lions, who can return at any moment to reclaim the food. If they are not quick, vultures are pushed aside, left with nothing but an empty space and an unrelenting hunger. When the vultures complete their task, it marks the end of a life and death cycle in the wild. Just like vultures, we too in life sometimes must fight for what we need, face challenges and hardships to continue surviving. However, unlike vultures, we can decide our own fate, rather than merely waiting for the outcome of past events. Life is not just a series of moments of waiting and facing adversity, but an ongoing process of seeking opportunities and creating our future. Challenges and difficulties are valuable lessons, helping us grow and become stronger. Each time we overcome a challenge, we not only change ourselves, but also transform the environment around us, creating new opportunities for ourselves and others. And in that journey, like the vultures, we are not alone. There are always companions, sharing and overcoming life's hardships together. When the vulture's work is done, they return purity to the savannah, beginning a new cycle of life. However, the ecosystem of Masai Mara is not sustained only by scavengers. Another quiet force plays a crucial role: the elephants, the discreet protectors of the ecosystem. With their enormous size, each adult elephant weighs between 8,800 to 13,200 pounds and consumes a massive amount of vegetation, around 330 to 440 pounds per day, along with 18 to 26 gallons of water. Unlike the cleaners of nature, like vultures, they are the builders of the savannah, reconstructing it from the remnants left behind. Every step an elephant takes leaves an everlasting mark on the environment. As they fell acacia trees to eat the leaves and bark, they create gaps for sunlight to reach the ground, helping fresh grass to grow. This not only provides food for smaller herbivores like impalas, zebras, and gazelles, but also keeps the Masai Mara landscape lush and distinctive. Elephant herds not only change the landscape, but also help maintain the ecological balance of the savannah. They can reduce shrub density by up to 30%, preventing the savannah ecosystem from turning into a forest, which could disrupt the food cycle of many species. Furthermore, as they move, elephants help disperse seeds through their dung, promoting the growth of other plant species throughout the savannah. An elephant can carry thousands of seeds in its digestive system, expanding the range of plant species across the region. Although the elephants continue their important mission, as they slowly move toward a grassland near the Mara River, another danger lurks from a distance. A pride of lions is watching them from beneath the acacia tree's shadow. At the center of the herd, there is a female elephant and her calf, born less than a year ago. The lions, although powerful and patient, do not easily face fully grown elephants weighing over 8,800 pounds. However, the young, vulnerable elephants, unable to defend themselves, become an opportunity that the lions cannot resist. As the lions begin to approach, the entire elephant herd immediately senses the danger. An old male elephant lets out a powerful roar that echoes across the savannah, and instantly, the herd moves into a protective circle around the calf. The adult elephants stand close together, with their large ears waving continuously and tails swishing non-stop, signaling a warning. Although often slow and calm, elephants can charge at speeds of up to 25 miles per hour when necessary, and the strength and unity of the herd force the lions to retreat, seeking easier targets. The power of unity in the wild, where each member of the herd protects one another. That image is truly impressive, isn't it? This protective action not only saves the calf's life, but also clearly demonstrates the strong bond and social structure of elephants. Elephants are known to be among the most intelligent and emotional animals on Earth, and the bond within their herd is incredibly strong. When a calf is injured, the entire herd will stop to protect it. In the world of elephants, survival is not an individual journey, but a collective effort of the whole group. These actions, showing solidarity and care for each other, are like a lesson in the importance of community. Besides protecting each other, elephants also have the ability to communicate through low-frequency sounds that humans cannot hear, known as infrasounds. These signals can travel more than 6 miles, connecting the herd, even when they are far apart. This communication is a vital part of maintaining unity and coordination within the herd. Additionally, elephants play a much larger role in the ecosystem. During dry seasons, elephants become water discoverers, opening up new paths to valuable water sources. Each year, they can dig hundreds of water holes in dry areas, creating essential watering points for all species in the ecosystem. With their intelligence and exceptional leadership, elephants guide the entire ecosystem through difficult times. At the head of the herd is the matriarch, the oldest female elephant, a wise and experienced leader. Each adult elephant consumes 10 times more water than an antelope, and their brains, weighing up to 11 pounds, serve as a living archive, remembering water sources, shelters, and threats across the region. The journey of elephants is not just their own movement, but also a promise of life for countless other species in MAASAI Mara. As water sources near depletion, the mature female leads the herd to move deeper into the land. Their keen sense of smell can detect water from over 3 miles away, and with their instincts, they can find nearby underground streams. Their steady footsteps pound the ground, and with powerful tusks, they create cracks in the earth, allowing water to rise from beneath the surface. Each precious drop of water forms small streams, filling the hole the elephants have dug, allowing the entire herd to drink and regain strength. The young elephants joyfully play in the new water streams, breathing in the air as if savoring the moment fully. Life is not only for elephants. When the elephants discover the water source, herds of antelopes, zebras, and other animals begin to gather nearby. They are guided by their survival instincts, knowing that where elephants are, there is water. This is an unchanging rule in the life of MAASAI Mara. Where there are elephants, there is water. However, even with the precious life-giving resource, these animals must remain vigilant. Even though it's a promising natural feast, life in MAASAI Mara is never given freely. Every moment requires courage and readiness to face the lurking dangers. Every step in the wild is a continuous battle, where life and death are only a breath apart. Courage is not only the ability to face danger, but also the wisdom to know when to attack and when to retreat. It is in these moments that survival instincts are tested, and only those who are resilient can overcome them. As the elephants continue their important task of regenerating the grasslands, another silent and resilient protector of Masai Mara quietly observes: the rhinoceros. The white and black rhinoceroses, the two largest rhino species on the planet, have one of the largest populations in this region. However, they rarely appear and always maintain a quiet and discreet presence in their habitat. Rhinos are not just silent protectors, but powerful creatures, always ready to face any threat that approaches their territory. While elephants make a bold and noticeable impact on the savannah, rhinos symbolize patience and quiet strength. Sometimes, strength doesn't need to be loudly displayed. Sometimes it is the patience and silence we need to overcome hardship. The African savanna forest, one of the most beautiful wildernesses, is home to dangerous and powerful animals. However, the shadow of the black rhino is becoming increasingly rare. Because of this rarity, black rhinos have become targets for poachers, pushing them to the brink of extinction. The black rhino is one of two rhino species living in Africa, alongside the white rhino. What makes the black rhino special is its solitary nature, completely different from the white rhino, which lives in groups. Black rhinos only meet each other during the breeding season. They can grow between 9 to 13 feet long, stand up to 5 feet tall at the shoulder, and weigh between 1,800 to 3,100 pounds. With a combination of powerful strength and agility, black rhinos can reach speeds of up to 34 miles per hour. You've probably heard of the black rhino's horn, one of its most distinctive features. This horn can grow up to 55 inches long and is made of keratin, the same substance found in human nails. Yet this horn is also the reason the black rhino becomes a target for poachers. Its value on the black market can reach up to $60,000 per kilogram, more expensive than gold. How does it feel knowing that just one item can cost the life of such an incredible animal? Although black rhinos live a rather solitary life and attract little attention, their role in the ecosystem is incredibly important. As unique herbivores, black rhinos help maintain the balance of the ecosystem by consuming low shrubs and leaves, preventing shrubs from overgrowing and dominating the grasslands. Even their eating and breaking of trees create small paths, helping other animals move easily and find food. Studies show that a single black rhino can reduce the density of shrubs in an area by 15 to 20%, contributing significantly to the maintenance of vast grasslands that many animals, such as zebras, gazelles, and others, depend on for survival. Yet, despite their strength and formidable appearance, black rhinos are facing a sad reality. Human destruction has caused the black rhino population to plummet in the 20th century. From around 85,000 individuals, their numbers had dwindled to fewer than 2,500 by 1995. Today, only a few individuals are tightly protected within the MAASAI Mara Reserve. Are we witnessing the end of this majestic species, or is there still hope for their future? What do you think about the value and importance of this species in the natural environment? What can we do to protect them from the lurking threat of extinction? Share your thoughts and take action to protect the black rhino. To protect these rare rhinos, forest rangers carry out continuous patrols and use advanced technology such as GPS tracking systems to monitor their movements. These efforts are crucial to ensure the safety of the remaining rhinos. However, beyond human protection, black rhinos also receive unexpected help from a surprising ally in the wild, the elephant. The relationship between elephants and rhinos may surprise many. Elephants, with their excellent hearing, often serve as natural alarm bells for rhinos. When a group of elephants detects danger, their warning calls break the silence of the savannah, giving the rhinos enough time to lead their calves to safety. In the blink of an eye, rhinos disappear into the shade, avoiding poachers. This is just one of the thousands of situations rhinos face every day to survive. But as we see, luck is not always on their side. Conserving these giant creatures is an ongoing challenge. We are racing against time to ensure that the strong footsteps of rhinos will continue to echo across the MAASAI Mara plains for many generations to come. While these giant animals silently carry out their role in maintaining the structure of the savannah, the MAASAI Mara ecosystem exists not only because of their immense strength, but also because of the intricate and irreplaceable relationships between the elements of nature. In MAASAI Mara, it's not just rhinos that develop fascinating symbiotic relationships, where each species depends on the other to survive in the harsh life under the scorching sun of the savannah. The buffaloes, with their slow, steady walk across the grasslands, carrying small oxpecker birds on their backs, are a perfect example. This relationship is no accident. The oxpeckers are known as doctors of the savannah because they eat parasites and ticks off the buffaloes' bodies, helping reduce the risk of infection and keeping the herd healthy. Even more interesting, these birds also serve as natural alarm bells for the buffaloes. Thanks to their warning calls, buffaloes can detect approaching predators like lions or hyenas, increasing their defensive ability by up to 40%. Such relationships are proof of the tight-knit connections between species in a natural ecosystem, helping all creatures survive and thrive. The actions of the oxpeckers toward buffaloes are not entirely selfless. Some of them take advantage of open wounds on the buffalo to suck blood, becoming temporary parasites. However, this is a small price that buffaloes pay in exchange for the vigilance and security provided by these bird companions. This relationship is a testament to the subtle cooperation between two species, with each providing benefits to the other. This cooperative bond is not just assistance, but also a wise survival strategy. Similarly, the relationship between zebras and wildebeests is a perfect example of cooperation in the journey of survival. Every year, zebras and wildebeests migrate over 500 miles from the Serengeti to MAASAI Mara. This relationship is not random, but a harmonious cooperative strategy to face the challenges both species must share. Zebras, with their excellent vision and high organizational skills, often lead the migration, serving as true pathfinders. They spot danger from afar, from lions hidden in the tall grass to crocodiles lying in wait at the Mara River. At the same time, when crossing dense forested areas, zebras step on the soft grass, the preferred food of the wildebeests. In turn, the wildebeests, with their large numbers, act as a strong living shield. When predators attack, zebras often hide among the wildebeests, using the chaos and collective strength to escape danger. Studies show that the survival rate of zebras during migration increases by up to 20% when they move alongside wildebeests. Likewise, the presence of zebras helps reduce the predation pressure on the wildebeests. This relationship is a testament to the remarkable cooperation between species in nature, like a perfect painting created by the hand of the Creator. As written in the book of Genesis, God saw all that He had made, and it was very good. The balance in nature is not only the result of evolutionary processes, but also the manifestation of a great plan created by the Creator. Each species has its own role and purpose, and when combined, they form a perfect, inseparable cycle. Nature continues to operate according to the Creator's perfect plan. Every creature, whether small or large, contributes to the harmony of the natural world, like notes in a great symphony. When a part of nature is disturbed, it not only affects that species, but impacts the entire ecosystem, threatening the inherent balance. However, the strength of nature always knows how to restore itself, as a testament to the resilience and endurance of the Creator. Each season, each cycle, is a process of renewal and regeneration, continuing to sustain life and the richness of this planet. And in every moment, we continue to witness the miracle of nature, a living proof of the perfection of the universe. But in the darkness, the predators are silently observing. The predators in MAASAI Mara continue moving forward, silently and steadfastly, testing the survival spirit that nature has bestowed upon this region. Although they are not as large or majestic as the Big Five, the five iconic animals of Africa, these silent predators play a crucial role in the rich survival cycle and the driving forces of MAASAI Mara. One of the smartest predators here is the black-backed jackal, a small animal with remarkable intelligence. They can operate alone or in pairs, taking advantage of carcasses left behind by larger predators like lions or hyenas, thus securing their place in the food chain. Although known as scavengers, black-backed jackals are not hesitant to hunt on their own. With speeds of up to 37 miles per hour, they can easily catch small prey like birds, rabbits, or even young antelopes. An interesting characteristic of black-backed jackals is their ability to devise highly intelligent hunting strategies. While one jackal acts as bait to attract the prey's attention, the other waits in ambush, ready to attack. When hunting in groups, they patiently chase their prey until it tires, ensuring a successful capture. Despite their small size, these predators are a prime example of the skill and intelligence that the Masai Mara ecosystem can nurture. In addition, among these predators, there is the renowned cheetah, one of the fiercest hunters on the savannah. Though slightly larger than a house cat, the cheetah has a sleek golden coat that allows it to blend perfectly into its surroundings, making it an invisible predator. The cheetah's sharp ears with black tufts of fur can detect even the slightest sound from its prey. With the ability to leap up to 10 feet high, the cheetah can easily catch a bird in flight or a rabbit trying to escape. The cheetah's agility and excellent reflexes, combined with its sharp claws, make it a nightmare for small prey. Life for these small predators is not easy. They face fierce competition for survival, and avoiding lions is no simple task. Every hunt, every breath of wildlife in Masai Mara has become more precious than ever. The predators face fierce competition for survival, and that is why Masai Mara continues to move relentlessly, with life and death always present in every step. The fragile balance of nature is maintained through constant battles, a daily struggle, an endless survival cycle. The brilliant sunlight shines on the Masai Mara grasslands, creating a vibrant scene where life and death walk hand in hand. This is the homeland of the fiercest predators in Africa, creatures that display their strength and superior abilities. Herds of wildebeests migrate across the Mara River, all for one singular goal: survival. Here, nature operates in a miraculous and unceasing cycle. However, even this seemingly untouchable ecosystem is facing tremendous challenges, both from nature and human interference. As night falls and the elephants and black rhinos rest, an invisible threat silently approaches. Poachers, armed with modern technology, are not hunting for food but seeking valuable animals with high worth: elephant tusks and rhino horns, items traded for exorbitant prices on the black market. These poachers care nothing for the vital role rhinos play in maintaining the grasslands, a key factor in the survival of other species. The black rhino, once the king of the savannah with hundreds of thousands of individuals, now has fewer than 50 individuals left in Masai Mara. Every year, more than 1,000 rhinos are killed across Africa, and at this rate, rhinos could completely disappear within a few decades. African elephants are also facing a serious crisis. Over 20,000 elephants are killed each year, creating large gaps in the ecosystem they once sustained. With no elephants to control tree growth and no rhinos to protect the low grasslands, the savannah could turn into a dense forest, shrinking the habitats of smaller herbivores like antelopes. Meanwhile, the Mara River, the lifeblood of Masai Mara, which once flowed strongly through the savannah, is gradually drying up. Climate change has caused rainfall to decrease by 20% over the past 50 years, leading to prolonged droughts that devastate water and food resources for species like hippopotamuses living in the river. As the Mara River begins to dry up, hippos are trapped in the remaining pools, facing the risk of disease and increasing mortality rates. Wildebeests and zebras, which rely on lush grasses after each rainfall, are also struggling with hunger. Every year, the number of migrating animals decreases, severely affecting the food chain, with prey becoming scarcer. Predators, like lions, are also facing hunger, and their hunting behaviors are gradually changing over time. Surrounding Masai Mara, the land is gradually being altered by human activity. Traditional migration corridors are obstructed by fences, farms, and settlements. Kenya's population, now exceeding 55 million people, places tremendous pressure on natural areas. According to a WWF study, 70% of the natural area around Masai Mara has been converted for other uses, significantly reducing wildlife habitats. Herds of wildebeests are forced to find alternative migration routes, facing danger at every step. Zebras and elephants frequently clash with local communities while searching for food, destroying crops. Each year, over 300,000 tourists visit Masai Mara to witness the wild beauty of the savannah. Although tourism brings in significant revenue, it also leaves behind unintended consequences. Safari vehicles intrude on natural habitats, disrupting animal behaviors. Leopards, highly sensitive to incursions into their territory, are forced to abandon parts of their hunting grounds, reducing their ability to hunt wildebeests and zebras. These species, startled by the noise of vehicles, change their migration routes, making them easier prey for predators. The brilliant sunlight of Masai Mara not only highlights the wild spectacles but also exposes a dark reality. Exhausted herds of wildebeests gather by the increasingly depleted Mara River. Elephants slowly walk across the savannah, searching for the ever-scarcer water sources. A lone lion watches from afar, waiting for an opportunity. The issues Masai Mara faces require serious attention from all of us. Can we change the way we treat nature to not only protect rare species, but also help preserve life on the planet? Environmental degradation affects not only wildlife, but also us, the creatures living within this ecosystem. By acting today, we can create a more sustainable future for both nature and humanity. Every small step can make a difference, and every action to protect the environment is a commitment to future generations. Let's join hands to protect one of the world's most valuable treasures, the wild nature. Under the vast horizon of Masai Mara, where prey once thrived, is now becoming scarce. Life continues to rise with strength despite facing threats from nature and human impact. MAASAI Mara stands firm as a testament to the remarkable resilience of our planet. However, the power of nature alone is not enough to combat the devastating impacts. Amid these challenges, there are still stories of hope and persistence in protecting a wonder that God has gifted to humanity. MAASAI Mara is being given a chance to regenerate. Spanning over 1,500 square kilometers, MAASAI Mara is not only the heart of the East African savanna ecosystem, but also a testament to humanity's ability to protect life. Since its establishment in 1961, MAASAI Mara has become a stronghold against threats such as poaching and environmental degradation. The relentless conservation efforts have written an inspiring story. Thousands of forest rangers, equipped with GPS devices and drones, patrol the reserve day and night. The valuable migration corridors, where millions of wildebeests and zebras move in their annual survival journey, are being rigorously protected thanks to these efforts. Thanks to these efforts, poaching rates have decreased by over 70% in the past 5 years. The population of African elephants has increased to over 2,500 individuals, a positive sign for the conservation of this species. However, MAASAI Mara, where predators like lions, leopards, and hyenas dominate, is also a place where conflicts between humans and wildlife occur. Instead of allowing these conflicts to destroy the natural beauty, the people have found ways to build bridges between the two worlds. One of the most notable initiatives is the Mara Lion Conservation Project. Over the past few years, the number of lions killed due to conflict has sharply decreased, from more than 50 deaths per year to fewer than 10 in 2022. The survival rate of lions in MAASAI Mara has increased by 25%, helping restore the population of this magnificent feline species. This success is not the result of luck, but of persistent effort and a spirit of conservation. Protecting the predators in MAASAI Mara is not only about saving wildlife, but also about practicing the love and responsibility that God has taught us. As he has said, "Truly I tell you, whenever you do this for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you have done it for me." Protecting wildlife in MAASAI Mara is not only an act of protecting nature, but also how we fulfill God's teachings about unity and love. Among the wild grasslands, where life and death walk hand in hand, this spirit is the guiding light, proving that human kindness can change the world. Since their ancestors first set foot on this vast land, the Maasai have lived in harmony with nature, becoming an inseparable part of the MAASAI Mara ecosystem. With a long tradition of pastoralism, they understand that the existence of wildlife is not just a symbol of nature, but also the key to their own survival. In Maasai culture, animals are not enemies but friends, gifts bestowed by the land in the sky. Instead of hunting, the Maasai choose to protect wildlife as part of their heritage and identity. However, facing the pressure of modernization and population growth, the Maasai know they need to do more to protect this sacred land. This is why the MAASAI Mara Wildlife Conservation Project was created, an important initiative that connects the Maasai community, the government, and conservation organizations to transform the ancestral land into a safe haven for both wildlife and people. Through ecotourism, the Maasai have found a way to blend tradition and progress, guiding visitors to explore the vast savanna, share their story, and show the world the beauty they have protected for centuries. Revenue from tourism has steadily increased each year, not only improving the lives of over 5,000 families, but also reinforcing the Maasai's pride in protecting their homeland. Over 350,000 hectares of land have been converted into private reserves, managed by the MAASAI themselves. Maasai Mara is not only their home, but also their faith, mission, and the soul of this sacred land. Are you ready to join the journey to protect our planet? Share your thoughts and inspiration in the comments below, as your ideas are the spark that spreads the message of protecting nature, preserving life, and maintaining the Earth's incredible beauty for future generations. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next adventures with Nature Moment. Let's open our eyes and hearts with Nature Moment to protect the world's precious natural wonders. Welcome back to Nature Moment. Amidst the quiet nature, wild creatures are constantly facing the brutal challenges of survival, with each day being an unrelenting battle. Immerse yourself in this video, where you will witness intense, heart-stopping, and incredibly tense life-and-death battles. The northeastern forest stretches from southern Canada through New England to the northern regions of the Appalachian Mountains, creating a diverse and incredibly rich ecosystem. With plant species including centuries-old maples, walnuts, and birch trees, this forest is home to hundreds of different species of animals and plants. This forest is not only the habitat of large animals like white-tailed deer and black bears, but also serves as the stage for small, nearly invisible creatures that play a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. In every corner of the forest, from the ground to the treetops, thousands of tiny animals quietly contribute to this natural cycle. As winter arrives, this forest becomes a harsh challenge where every creature must fight against the biting cold. Along with the changing seasons, the forest changes its appearance, taking on a strange yet beautiful and challenging new look. Rivers like the Hudson and Connecticut, which are majestic in the summer, are now covered by thick layers of ice, sometimes up to 12 inches, making movement through the forest more difficult than ever. As cold winds slice through the tree canopy, large trees like the cedar and red pine stand firm, holding on to a bit of greenery in the snowy white landscape. and amidst the thick blanket of snow, an intense yet silent battle for survival is unfolding. The old deer could not withstand the harsh cold of winter and collapsed early in the season. The herd, carrying the hope of survival, continues to move quietly through the forest. The closest members of the herd include the adult does and the young fawns, still weak and unable to fend for themselves. Their most noticeable feature is the pure white underside of their tails, an unmistakable sign. They move to special areas where dense groves of cedar and red pine form natural shelters against the biting wind. These areas provide green leaves, a precious and rare food source in the winter. These areas are often near farms where thick vegetation grows and the land is supported by human activity. The leader of the herd, an adult doe with thick, grayish fur that nearly blends into the snow, leads the way through the icy path. She knows every branch and every birch tree that still holds onto a few dry leaves, marking the tiny moments of survival for the herd. Every winter, as an inevitable challenge, they face not only the cold, but also the rebirth of nature. But they know, as in the eternal cycle of nature, life will return with the coming of spring. According to a study by the Virginia Journal of Science, white-tailed deer are herbivores, primarily eating the leaves of shrubs and plants. However, during the winter months, when food is scarce, they must also eat the branches and wood of young trees. This is not unusual, as they have a unique digestive system with 4 stomachs, each performing a specific function. This complex digestive process allows them to break down materials that most other animals cannot, which explains why white-tailed deer do not participate in large migrations or hibernation like many other species. With experience leading the herd through many harsh winters, this adult doe knows every corner of the forest. Meanwhile, a fawn just a few months old, still carrying the characteristic white spots, looks like natural camouflage in the summer. However, after the first winter, these white spots will gradually disappear, and at that point, the old deer and the fawns are often the weak points, easily becoming targets for predators from afar. From the shadows of the dense bushes, bright yellow eyes gleam. It's a coyote, a patient predator, who has been hiding there for hours. It has been watching the herd of deer since early morning, waiting for the right moment. Its empty stomach makes it ruthlessly focused, knowing that even the smallest mistake from the herd will present an opportunity. However, the coyote didn't anticipate the experience of the lead doe, who sensed that something was amiss. A light breeze carried the scent of the predator. The herd immediately stopped, their long ears swiveling backward, listening intently. The lead doe flicked her tail, sending a clear signal. The coyote had been detected. Its golden opportunity vanished. A strong gust of wind blew through the forest, signaling the herd. The young fawn, with its slender legs, immediately ran toward the herd, dashing through the thick snow, gliding silently through the winter forest. Although life here is fragile, they are filled with determination. White-tailed deer survive not only thanks to their speed or camouflage, but also through unity and the wisdom passed down through generations. Every step they take is not just an act of survival, but a testament to a resilient instinct, learning and adapting from past lessons. Interestingly, instead of focusing on the young, they usually concentrate on the mother buck. In the freezing cold, the boundary between life and death is only a breath away. What seems like a peaceful scene hides intense tension. The coyote finally reveals itself. A gray sky blankets the forest, turning it into a snowy expanse. The coyote, the wolf of the plains, moves silently, becoming one of the deadliest predators in winter. Its routes shift, heading toward the forest's edge, where the deer often go, and where the coyotes also head. The coyote is the epitome of patience and adaptability. Much smaller than its wolf relatives, weighing only 18 to 44 pounds, its thick fur, which is gray with brownish-yellow streaks, not only helps it stay warm, but also allows it to blend perfectly into the environment. This excellent camouflage, combined with its ability to survive in harsh conditions, is its greatest weapon. The thick fur and long nose of the coyote are not only survival tools, but also sharp weapons in the hunt. Its pointed ears, extremely sensitive, allow it to detect prey from far away. A coyote can hear the soft sound of snow beneath the steps of its prey from over 650 feet away. Even with the strong cold winds blowing through the tree canopy, nothing can hinder its hunting ability. Especially in winter, when prey becomes more alert and food scarce, coyotes often hunt in groups to increase their chances of success. Small packs of coyotes, usually 3 to 7 individuals, operate with perfect coordination. Their strategy is clear. Some pursue and surround the prey, while others lie in wait at escape routes. The thick snow helps conceal tracks, but the scent of a young fawn in the cold breeze is all they need to locate their target. With keen hearing, they can follow the scent and track the prey directly. As the herd of deer moves through the hunting area, one will be singled out as the target. The hunger drives the coyote pack to initiate the hunt. Throughout the night, they wait, and when an old, weak deer begins to fall behind the herd, the coyote seizes the opportunity. A short howl rings out, signaling the pack to begin the chase. The lead coyote charges forward, cutting through the stillness of the forest, streaking across the snow at speeds up to 40 miles per hour. But the deer, though old and weak, fights fiercely to escape the pursuit. Slippery ground makes its running difficult, but the will to survive pushes it to run faster. The coyote nearly clinches victory, but just as it is about to close in, the call of the entire herd echoes, and their unity halts the predator's advance. That is the greatest challenge for the coyote, the solid living wall of the herd. Moreover, the adult deer can run twice as fast as the coyote, making it nearly impossible for them to catch up. When defeated, the coyote pack silently withdraws into the darkness of the forest, not giving up entirely, but lying in wait for the next opportunity. In the harsh winter, the line between life and death is incredibly thin. But with persistence and coordinated tactics, the coyotes never give up the hunt. Although they failed in this hunt, nature once again granted victory to the white-tailed deer. But it is not the cold, but the hunger that pressures the coyote pack. In the harsh winter, when living prey becomes scarce, coyotes are not hesitant to scavenge the remains of other animals. With relentless hunger, They survive by seizing every opportunity that nature provides. Winter in the northeastern forest is not only a challenge, but a ruthless battle. Bitter cold winds tear through the thick ice layer, and snow falls heavily like a blanket of white, ready to consume everything. Yet, in the brutality of winter, the coyote finds its chance to assert its existence. While many other creatures have succumbed to the harsh cold, the coyote stands firm, its bright eyes gleaming, fearless. With sharp hunting skills and extraordinary adaptability, it continues to persist, never missing an opportunity. Every breath, every step is filled with determination, for in this frozen world, nothing is wasted. When the winter cold reaches its peak, with temperatures dropping below -4°F and thick snow covering every path, other animals must also find ways to cope. Particularly the American black bear, one of the largest animals in this forest. During the coldest months, black bears enter hibernation, a dormant period lasting from 3 to 8 months. Before beginning hibernation, black bears accumulate a large amount of fat, which can account for up to 30% of their body weight. Choosing a den is crucial. Bears need a secluded place, away from disturbance, and capable of retaining heat throughout the winter. A large black bear typically finds a small den beneath the roots of an old tree, which it digs out itself. The outside consists of old tree roots, decayed trunks, and a thick layer of moss surrounding it, creating natural walls that block the bone-chilling cold. Once inside the den, the bear's heart rate drops from 8 to 19 beats per minute to just 1 beat per minute. This helps the bear conserve energy to the maximum. The bear's metabolic system slows down to just a quarter of its normal rate, allowing it to maintain hibernation without needing to eat, drink, or excrete waste for many months. However, hibernation is not a state of complete immobility. In the darkness of the den, the black bear keeps its biological rhythm functioning, though at a very slow pace. The black bear is not completely disconnected from the outside world during its hibernation. Even in deep hibernation, the bear's body can still perceive subtle changes in the environment around it. By sensing the faint light filtering through the den's entrance and the temperature shifts as the sun moves across the sky, the bear knows exactly when the winter is about to end and when it's time to wake up. Despite hibernation, the bear's body maintains a temperature of about 95 degrees Fahrenheit, much higher than other hibernating animals. However, if winter suddenly warms up, the bear may wake up, venture outside in search of food, and then return to its den. Especially female bears that are pregnant have a different journey. While the winter winds still blow fiercely, they give birth to tiny cubs weighing only 7 to 14 ounces. In the darkness of the den, the mother bear uses her stored fat to nurse her cubs with an extremely nutritious milk. The cubs, small, blind, and hairless, can only lie curled up next to their mother, seeking warmth in the biting cold. Even though the world outside the den remains frozen, a miracle takes place in the warm darkness as the mother bear uses the power of nature to sustain life. The fragile, vulnerable cubs gradually grow stronger thanks to the boundless maternal love, a sight that stirs the heart with their intense vitality. With each passing moment, the mother bear continues to steadfastly fulfill her role as the sole protector, until her cubs are strong enough to face the vast cold world outside. While the black bear drifts into hibernation, another predator becomes one of the most active creatures in winter, the red fox. With its thick, bright orange-red fur, it stands out against the white snow. The fox's large, soft tail acts like a natural blanket, a gift from nature to protect it from the brutal cold. However, to survive in these harsh conditions, agility and intelligence are the red fox's most important weapons. This morning, temperatures dropped to -5°. The red fox silently moves through the forest, the thick snow almost absorbing every sound. But with its extremely sharp hearing, it detects a small noise beneath the snow. The red fox suddenly stops, then like a flash, it leaps off the ground, its body curving in a perfect arc as it plunges into the thick snow. Snowflakes fly in all directions as it digs its nose into the snow and catches a field mouse attempting to escape with quick little steps. Life here amidst the numbing cold and harsh winter is a continuous battle between life and death. But thanks to its intelligence, agility, and excellent survival skills, each animal here continues to fight, creating incredible stories of nature's strength. Have you ever thought that small creatures like the red fox can face this harsh winter with such resilience? The red fox returns to its shelter under a bush, enjoying its precious meal amidst the severe winter. However, for a creature like it, a tiny field mouse is not enough to survive through the winter. With no other option, it must continue moving, becoming a nomad in the frozen land. Rabbits are also ideal prey, and the fox's eyes are always watching for the next opportunity. The harsh winter allows no mistakes, as life can only be sustained by constant searching. As night falls and darkness covers the forest, all creatures remain silent, awaiting a new day full of hope and challenges. Winter is nearly over, and the light of spring is gradually rising, like a signal of new life. As the harsh winter passes, the snow begins to melt and the sunlight grows stronger. This is the time for the black bear to return to the world outside its den, marking the end of a long hibernation. Beginning to notice the signs of change in nature, the black bear is the first to feel the cool air from outside, signaling that the hibernation period has ended. Although the bear has lost much of its body weight, it still retains an incredible muscular strength. The black bear leaves its den, ready to face the spring, the season of life's resurgence with strength and freshness. Winter slowly fades, making way for the first rays of spring sunlight sneaking through the bare branches. The streams which had been frozen for months now begin to melt. The echoes of the forest's resurrection ring out, like a symphony of rebirth. The fresh air of spring fills the space, flowers and green leaves begin to bloom, refreshing the entire forest. The spring breeze blows through, sweeping away the frost, and the streams start to flow, bringing life to all creatures. The maples and birches begin to sprout new leaves, bringing a fresh wave to the entire forest. The once dried branches now become a rich food source for the white-tailed deer herd. The herd moves gently through the new carpet of leaves, their eyes bright and hopeful, yet still unable to hide their excitement at the return of spring. As winter fades, all life in this forest is reborn, and each creature continues its journey in the wild world. In nature's generosity, the earth seems to awaken as a blanket of wildflowers blooms in unison. Violet flowers, daffodils, and small orchid branches from the forest race to show their colors, decorating the vibrant scene with every hue. The scent of damp earth from the melting snow mixes with the fragrance of warm soil, creating a distinctive aroma that signals the arrival of spring. The sound of birdsong echoes in the air, awakening the northeastern forest after a long winter's sleep. On a newly sprouted branch, a robin spreads its wings, lifts its head, and sings loudly, as if declaring with strength that the breeding season has begun. This is the most important and vibrant time of the year for this bird species. The male birds sing in the early morning and late afternoon, using melodious sounds and gentle movements to attract mates, while their bright eyes search for high, safe branches to secure the next generation. According to data from Partners in Flight in 2019, the robin is the most common ground bird in North America, with an estimated population of 370 million individuals. From the early morning, they move constantly from branch to branch, carefully choosing the perfect twigs to build their nests. The birch tree with its newly sprouted branches is their preferred choice. In another part of the forest, a robin is searching for food, gathering energy for the tiring task of raising its young ahead. Over time, the nest is gradually completed, and the female robin begins to lay small eggs, patiently incubating them with absolute vigilance. They remain alert to potential predators, such as squirrels or snakes. Then, one morning, weak cries echo from the nest as the tiny chicks emerge, their frail bodies exposed to the world. Both the male and female robins care for them diligently, ready to defend their home. While the robins continue to forage and share food with their hungry chicks, they are not only an important part of the spring in the northeastern forest, but also a symbol of rebirth in Native American culture. The appearance of the robin is seen as a sign of change, marking the end of winter and the beginning of a hopeful new season. On the ground, changes are also full of life. Monarch butterflies, like living pieces in the springtime painting, flit through the air. The long journey of over 2,500 miles from Mexico to North America has finally ended, and now these butterflies settle on cottonwood trees, beginning a new life cycle. A monarch butterfly gently lands on a green leaf of a cottonwood tree, attentively scanning the leaves, searching for the ideal place to lay its eggs. The tiny eggs, like pinheads, are carefully placed under the leaves, protecting them from predators and close to food sources for the soon-to-hatch caterpillar. However, nature doesn't stop there. While the robins care for their nests with devotion, another pair of monarch butterflies continues to search for new cottonwood trees. With wings approximately 4 inches long, adorned with bright orange and black colors, they stand out against the gradually awakening forest. The song of the robins continues to blend with the sounds of small streams and the wind rustling through the trees. The symphony of spring is not only lively, but also meaningful. The northeastern forest is entering a new phase of life and reproduction. Everything in the forest seems to pulse with the rhythm of survival. This is the time when nature not only comes alive, but also bursts forth with beauty and intense vitality. Life always finds a way to bloom, more brilliantly than ever. The last of the snow finally melts, revealing vast green meadows, and the trees now stand as witnesses to a fresh spring. Will the regenerative power of spring overcome the harsh challenges of nature, or is it just a brief moment before everything faces the cycle of life and death? The story is not over, and surprises still await ahead. Keep watching the video to discover more fascinating insights, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments to discuss with Nature Moment. However, in the natural world, every ray of hope comes with relentless challenges. New life also means new challenges must be faced. In a quiet clearing of the forest, a fawn rises on its slender legs. The white spots on its back are its first natural defense, helping it blend perfectly between the light and shadows of spring in the forest. As part of the eternal cycle of life, these spots will gradually fade after its first winter. The fawn's mother leads it to a tall grass area and dense shrubs, creating a natural shield to protect them from predators like coyotes or red foxes. But even in the stillness of the forest, danger is always lurking. The mother deer faces a double challenge. She must find enough food to recover after giving birth and protect her fawn from threats. Young grasses, maple tree shoots, and new leaves from shrubs provide the necessary protein for both mother and fawn. Meanwhile, in other parts of the forest, adult male deer begin to grow new antlers. These antlers are covered by a soft skin called velvet, rich with blood vessels, supplying nutrients essential for antler development. This is the time when the male deer focus on regaining strength after a harsh winter, preparing for the battles to claim mates later in the year. But the peace is only temporary. The scent of a fawn awakens the hunting instincts of hungry creatures. After 3 months of bitter winter, the hopeful spring also becomes the stage for the fiercest battles. A new life must face its first challenges to survive in the wild, unforgiving world of nature. Spring opens up before predators like a rich and plentiful feast. In a corner of the forest, a fawn faces danger. The coyote moves slowly between the walnut bushes and the green meadows, its thick fur, which protected it from the winter cold, now starting to shed and being replaced by a thinner, lighter coat suited to the changing climate. Its appearance is now more agile, ready for the new hunting season. Spring brings not only changes for the predators, but also for their prey. As the snow melts, the coyote loses its advantage of camouflage in the white snow, but gains another advantage, the appearance of young prey. The fawns, small and inexperienced, become ideal targets for a cunning predator like the coyote. From a distance, the coyote spots a doe and her fawn feeding near the edge of the forest. It crouches down, ears perked to listen, its bright yellow eyes locked on the fawn. After surviving the harsh winter, the coyote now faces its first opportunity to find food in the spring. Weighing about 33 pounds and capable of reaching speeds of up to 40 miles per hour, the coyote is a master predator. However, to succeed, it needs a strategy. Its ally is no longer the white snow, but the growing shadows that begin to blanket the forest. It begins to move in an arc, each step light, to avoid making any noise. A light breeze carries the scent of the fawn, further stirring its hunting instincts. As the distance closes to just 30 meters, the coyote stops again, crouching low to the ground, waiting for the perfect moment. The fawn, distracted by grazing, has wandered away from its mother, drawn in by a patch of fresh green grass. In that moment, the coyote leaps quickly like an arrow. In just a few seconds, it pounces and catches the fawn. A weak cry rings out, then quickly fades into silence, leaving stillness in the forest. This time, the coyote has succeeded. From a distance, the herd of deer can only watch, powerless against a predator like the coyote. Hope feels distant. The coyote drags its small prey into the bushes and begins to enjoy its first meal after many days of unsuccessful hunts. In the wild, the life of one species is always paid for by the death of another. For the coyote, this meal is necessary to survive through a changing spring. Spring brings new life, but it also comes with harsh challenges, where every creature must fight to survive. Spring brings hope and renewal, but it is also a time of relentless trials. In this forest, every species must fight to survive, and a single misstep can determine the fate of any creature. Spring sunlight filters through the young leaves, lighting up the clear, rushing streams fed by the melting snow. In that light, wild animals wander in search of food, each step taken carefully to avoid becoming prey. The sound of the wind blowing through the trees seems to tell stories of life and death, where every change is significant. Spring, though full of beauty, is not without danger, where every creature must show strength, intelligence, and instinct to overcome the challenges. Spring, with all its fresh beauty, is it simply a new beginning, or the moment of life and death in the fierce battles of the wild? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know if you also love the wonders of nature. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nature Moment to not miss out on captivating videos about the wild world. Migratory fish will become a rich meal for one of the largest residents of the northeastern forest, the American black bear. After over 35 weeks of hibernation, they have awakened and are not alone. 3 fawns follow, with their sleek black fur now covered in a light dusting, but that doesn't diminish their majesty. Although the black bear has lost about 25% of its body weight after the winter, it still needs to recover quickly. Its first steps are slow and cautious, its bright eyes gleaming under the soft light as it sniffs the air, searching for its first meal of the spring. Black bears often prefer shallow waters near the shore, where they can easily observe and find food. It moves slowly, its large ears swiveling constantly, ensuring its safety. Fresh water flows through the stream, offering a valuable reward: salmon. This is the time when migratory salmon swim upstream to spawn. While black bears in the northeastern U.S. can catch salmon, this is not as common as it is for bears in Alaska due to the scarcity of salmon in the area. However, if salmon appear in the streams or river mouths, the black bear will certainly seize the opportunity, and today is one of those days. In the blink of an eye, a salmon becomes the bear's meal. But a single salmon is not enough to quench its hunger. After months without eating, the black bear continues to search for other food sources in the forest. The first green fruits of the season provide an additional source of nourishment. With its long nose and sharp claws, the bear easily retrieves honey from tree trunks. The story of the black bear in this spring showcases its resilience and adaptability in the harsh wild environment. The bear continues to enjoy the sweet honey from the trees, a gift from nature. However, the real meal of the spring has yet to come. The black bear is an opportunistic predator, and spring is the ideal time for it to hunt fawns. Newborn white-tailed deer, weak and vulnerable, become easy targets for a cunning predator like the black bear. As the day fades, the faint light conceals the looming dangers. The black bear is a master of stealth. As the forest falls into slumber, the bear silently follows the trail of a deer herd. It has chosen its prey, the cautious doe, but the naive fawn doesn't realize the danger lurking. The bear slowly lowers its body, moving quietly through the bushes. Despite its massive size, the bear is incredibly quiet. When the distance is only a few meters, the bear springs forward with the force of a coiled spring, quickly gaining the upper hand and capturing the fawn. All of this happens in the blink of an eye, and the bear drags its prey into the thicket to enjoy a nourishing meal. The story of the bear's hunt demonstrates a perfect combination of strength and silence, where survival instincts speak through each soft step. Though a giant predator, the bear can be incredibly subtle and patient, allowing the prey to be unaware of the impending danger. This is a testament to the perfection of nature's tactics, where every creature must use all of its abilities to survive. In the natural world, life and death are always intertwined. With each passing moment, the forest continues its cycle, as it has for millions of years, an endless survival cycle. Spring in the northeastern US is just like that, where every creature must fight to survive. And in this battle, nature writes stories that are both beautiful and brutal, reflecting its unparalleled greatness. One of the less noticed, yet incredibly special creatures this spring is the spotted salamander, performing the most important task of its life. With its smooth body and bright yellow spots running down each side, the salamander moves slowly towards the water's edge. Each step it takes is cautious, but filled with determination, guided by an instinct that has existed for millions of years. The temporary pools that appear only in the spring are the perfect place for the spotted salamander to lay its eggs. The water here is clear and free of fish, providing ideal conditions for the salamander's reproduction. Spring is the time when creatures like the salamander have the opportunity to continue the flow of life. These stories in nature remind us of the harsh yet miraculous reality of the wild. Spring is a time when even the smallest creatures join the survival cycle, not just the larger animals like black bears or white-tailed deer. In a calm pool of water, the spotted salamander continues to complete its vital task, laying eggs. Each cluster of eggs can contain up to 100 eggs, securely attached to submerged branches, waiting for the day they will hatch and begin a new life cycle. However, in the natural world, nothing is ever completely safe. Another ruthless predator lurks at the edge of the pool. The gleaming eyes of the wolf spider reflect in the sunlight with its small but incredibly powerful body. The wolf spider is an excellent predator on land. As the spotted salamander moves away, the wolf spider quickly approaches the area around the pool. Although it cannot enter the water like the salamander, the eggs near the shore are a rich food source. On the forest floor, where spring brings abundance, the wolf spider hunts for prey, small insects hiding under fallen leaves and caterpillars that have just awoken after the long winter, becoming easy targets. With speed and endurance, the wolf spider is not only an effective predator, but also plays an important role in maintaining the balance of the food chain, helping preserve the harmony of the forest ecosystem. Life in the northeastern forest in the spring is not only made up of the great moments of large animals like black bears or white-tailed deer. It also includes the humble stories of small creatures, those that quietly maintain the natural rhythm of the forest. As dusk falls, the surface of the temporary pool reflects vibrant shades of red and orange, with the remaining eggs glistening under the last rays of the day, waiting to bring forth a new generation of spotted salamanders. The vitality of life spreads into every corner, following months of fragile buds and fleeting life. The forest enters a new phase, the summer. This is the time when life rises powerfully, shifting from renewal to abundance, just as the Creator's plan intended. The meadows for the deer, the trees for humanity. The words from the Bible echo through the thick leaves, blending with the whispers of the forest, witnessing the miracles of life in nature. The presence of God always shines through every breeze, in every raindrop, as signs reminding us of His boundless love. Each season of the year symbolizes the journey of the soul, from challenges to peace, from suffering to complete joy. As life rises in all its forms, we feel the miracles of God in every moment, reminding us that He is the source of life and the rebirth of all things. The summer sunlight, though no longer as gentle as in spring, filters through the tree canopy, casting dancing light streaks on the forest floor. The forest is alive in its moment of fulfillment. Fish thrash powerfully in the water, while the stream banks are covered with flowering shrubs bearing fruit. These beautiful days are not only a time of prosperity, but also a decisive period. Who will survive, who will triumph, and who will fade into obscurity in the eternal cycle of nature? The large lake is no longer as cold as it was in spring, but has now become a bustling gathering point. A group of beavers, or North American castors, appears by the stream's edge, beginning their tireless work. With their strong bodies, weighing between 33 to 66 pounds, and their characteristic orange front teeth, they are true engineers of nature. Guided by an invisible instinct, the beavers carry branches, wood, and even mud to build a sturdy dam. Their wide, flat tails slap the water forcefully, creating a sound that either signals danger or coordinates the group's activities. The dam gradually forms, blocking the flow of the stream and creating a tranquil pond in the heart of the forest. This is not only a safe shelter for the beavers, but also the center of a new ecosystem. The shrubs near the stream become a refuge for aquatic birds, such as great blue herons and various duck species, taking advantage of the stillness of the calm waters. However, not everyone is pleased with this construction. From a corner of the forest, the coyote quietly watches the beaver dam. It realizes that the stream has been blocked, making fishing, its easy food source, more difficult. The fish, which used to swim close to the shore, have now retreated to deeper waters. The coyote must seek new opportunities in the changing landscape. In the depths of the dense forest, the green canopies of the oak and maple trees provide shade for the lively animal world below. A rhythmic and echoing sound breaks the silence. It's the sound of the woodpecker, the largest woodpecker species in North America. High above, the majestic woodpecker moves quickly between the tree canopies, its glossy black wings gliding through the green forest space. Life in the forest is not just about the great moments of large animals, but also the small, colorful stories of the creatures that quietly keep the natural rhythm of the forest. The woodpecker cuts through the blue sky with power, while the bright red crest on its head shines under the sun, like a flag proclaiming that this forest is its territory. After choosing a large, decaying tree trunk, the woodpecker pauses, its claws gripping tightly to the trunk, its sharp eyes examining the small cracks, preparing for its work. With its sharp beak, a perfect tool gifted by nature, it begins its task. Each strike echoes throughout the forest, creating deep holes in the wood. The woodpecker is not only searching for food, but also plays a crucial role in maintaining the health of the forest. The decaying trunks are home to countless harmful insects like termites and beetles. By hunting these pests, the woodpecker helps protect the living trees, contributing to the forest's growth. Its rhythmic drumming draws the attention of other creatures in the forest. On the ground, a red squirrel stops eating its acorns and looks up curiously, while a coyote passes by, ears tilted, listening to the sounds from above. However, the woodpecker has chosen a position high up, safe from all threats. Even a white-tailed deer is startled by the strange noise. The trees that the woodpecker protects are very important, providing tender shoots and young leaves as a food source for other animals. But the woodpecker is not just hunting. It is also building a new nest to welcome the next generation. Each of its pecks creates a hollow in the tree trunk, large enough to protect the nest from rain and wind, and high enough to keep away predators like squirrels or snakes. Both male and female woodpeckers take turns working tirelessly to prepare for the breeding season. The quiet space inside the tree trunk has now transformed into the beginning of new life. The regular drumming of the woodpecker is not just the sound of work, but the heartbeat of life growing. As spring approaches, their nest will become a safe refuge for the next generation, where they will learn to fly and begin their own journey. Summer arrives, and the deciduous forests of the northeastern U.S. are teeming with life. But even in these abundant times, life remains full of challenges. Despite the rich vegetation, the white-tailed deer can easily find food, but the threat of wolves still forces them to stay vigilant. On a hot, stuffy summer afternoon, in a clearing in the forest, the animals continue to search and struggle to survive. Every creature, large or small, plays a role in the balance of nature. Every action, whether it's a woodpecker's peck or the growth of a plant, contributes to the harmony of the ecosystem. It is these small connections that build sustainable life, where every creature can exist and thrive. A group of coyotes appears, led by an adult female with sharp yellow eyes, constantly observing everything around her. Following her are the pups, with their smooth gray fur and keen ears, always paying attention to every small sound in the forest. This is not just a simple stroll for the pups. Today marks an important milestone in their development, their first hunting lesson. The mother coyote stops at the forest's edge, where rabbits and rodents are foraging. The long-eared rabbits and small rodents have not yet noticed the danger approaching. The lead female turns back and lets out a small call, a signal to the pups. The young coyotes, only 3 to 4 months old, are still learning the art of hunting. They move clumsily, making noise, causing the prey to panic and run away quickly. With the patience of a teacher, the mother coyote leads them to another area, where the scent of a white-tailed deer drifts in the wind. Though still inexperienced, the pups begin to mimic their mother's movements, step by step, gradually approaching the prey. However, the pups are not yet capable of taking on a whole herd of deer, and the outcome is as expected. But this is how the mother teaches them how to approach prey. In the natural world, failure is part of the learning process. Coyotes are not solitary hunters. They are also one of the most social species, with clear group structures and complex communication systems. Studies on coyote hunting behavior show that their success rate in group hunts is more than 40% higher than when hunting alone. These first lessons not only help the pups develop hunting skills, but also strengthen the bonds within the pack. The presence of coyotes helps control the populations of rabbits, fawns, and rodents, contributing to the biodiversity of the forest. The areas frequented by the deer herd are easy to identify, as the grass there is often short and sparse. Above all, the mother coyote's training with the pups is a process of passing on instincts, intelligence, and strength, qualities that have helped coyotes survive and adapt for thousands of years. The next generation of coyotes is preparing to face even greater challenges that the future will bring. At the end of the afternoon is the time for the red fox to be active. In the morning, the red fox spends time teaching its pups survival skills and how to identify the dangers around them, such as avoiding encounters with wolves and black bears. This is an unspoken rule that every creature in the northeastern forest knows. Although black bears do not hunt foxes, their majestic presence far exceeds anything the fox can face. However, the red fox remains determined in its mission to control the rodent population and help maintain the forest's health, keeping it free from disease. In the dense forest of the northeastern U.S., sunlight can hardly penetrate through the thick canopy. There is a creature that rarely leaves a trace. Its agile form, the gentle rustle of leaves, and its determined gaze tell a story of a fierce life in this majestic forest. If you're lucky, you might catch a glimpse of the bobcat, a solitary predator with nearly silent steps. With its brownish-yellow coat, speckled with black spots, it blends perfectly into the surroundings, as if invisible. Its sharp ears, adorned with distinctive black tufts, pick up every sound, from the rustling leaves to the faint noise of a mouse under the dry leaves. Its keen eyes can detect even the slightest movements. However, the bobcat does not strike immediately. It carefully moves closer to the group of mice, each step calculated to avoid any noise that might cause its prey to flee. With a powerful leap, it shoots forward like an arrow, ending the hunt in just a few seconds. The bobcat is not only a skilled hunter, but also a vital part of the ecosystem in the northeastern forest. With a wide distribution from southern Canada to northern Mexico, it is estimated that there are around 2.3 million bobcats in the wild. It plays an important role in controlling rodent and small animal populations, contributing to the maintenance of ecological balance. Each bobcat has a large territory, ranging from 5 to 25 square kilometers. Dawn and dusk, moments like these, are the ideal times for it to hunt, when prey is less cautious. The sun slowly sets behind the great oak canopies, marking the end of a day in this forest. Spring and life in the forest always bring wonderful stories, from large animals to meticulous predators like the bobcat. However, the forest is far from quiet. This is when the nocturnal creatures begin their activities. Amidst the darkness of the tree canopies, a small and agile shape appears. It is the American marten, beginning its nighttime hunt. With its compact and flexible body, the American marten is one of the fastest predators in the forest. Its dark, glossy fur helps it blend easily into the darkness, while its long, soft tail helps maintain balance as it moves between the high branches. Its large, bright eyes reflect the moonlight, always alert to even the slightest movement. High in the trees, the American marten moves silently. Its small but strong feet cling tightly to the bark, allowing it to move quietly and precisely. On the ground, a mouse is searching for the acorns it hid last fall, unaware that the marten's eyes have locked onto it from above. The marten dives down like a bolt of lightning, reaching speeds of up to 10 miles per hour. This is just one of its typical meals: small mice, squirrels, and sometimes small birds still sleeping in their nests. A marten can hunt 2 to 3 prey items each night, including rodents and birds, contributing to the maintenance of the ecosystem's balance. After eating, the American marten continues to move. Unlike other animals, it has no fixed territory and can travel up to 5 miles in a single night, always searching for food and avoiding potential threats. In the fading light of dusk, the American marten is not just a predator, but also an essential part of the delicate harmony of nature. And as the first rays of dawn begin to appear, the marten disappears, leaving the forest in silence, as if it had never been there. The summer sunlight begins to fade, and the last rays of a season full of life give way to a gentle breeze. The northeastern U.S. forest enters a new phase, a moment of transition, where life continues to operate in its relentless rhythm. Autumn is a time of transition, when all the creatures in the forest don vibrant, bright colors, yet also a sense of stillness. The green leaves gradually turn into shades of red, yellow, and orange, lighting up the sky with their brilliant beauty. Everything has its time and purpose under this sky, and the blanket of fallen leaves covers the forest floor, softening the footsteps of the inhabitants and returning nutrients to the soil. This is the eternal and unceasing cycle of nature, and the approaching winter is not just a challenge for survival, but also a lesson in faith. Faith is the certainty of what we hope for and the evidence of things we cannot see. The forest prepares for winter, just as the human soul must prepare for life's challenges, always guided by the guidance of the Creator. Amid the vibrant colors of the forest, an American red squirrel is busier than ever. With its red fur and large, soft tail, the red squirrel nimbly hops between the branches. Its sharp black eyes are always watching every acorn that falls to the ground. The red squirrel is known as one of the hardest working animals in the forest. In the fall, they spend all their time gathering acorns, nuts, and other fruits to store. With an impressive memory, a red squirrel can remember the exact location of hundreds of small caches scattered throughout the forest. Studies show that a red squirrel can store up to 10,000 seeds during the fall. Quickly, it leaps down from a large tree, its small but sturdy feet landing as it picks up an acorn from the ground and uses its sharp teeth to check its quality. If the acorn is good, it quickly hides it in a hole in a nearby tree trunk, one of the food caches it maintains. It's not just the red squirrels that are busy this fall. The white-tailed deer are also preparing for winter, gathering food and searching for shelter. Life in the forest continues, each creature playing its part and fulfilling its role in this eternal cycle. Do these stories of preparation and survival make you feel the power of nature through these small details? With thicker fur, the white-tailed deer begins searching for the remaining leaves and shoots in the forest. The male deer, with their majestic antlers, enter the breeding season, competing fiercely for the attention of the females. As the last yellow leaves fall, the behavior of the males changes. The antlers they have grown strong throughout the summer now become powerful weapons in the battle for mating rights. These antlers are not only symbols of strength, but also signs of good health and strong genetics. The mature males can have antlers up to 75 centimeters long and weighing between 2 to 4 kilograms. On a peaceful morning, when the ground is still covered in mist and fallen leaves, an adult male deer appears with dark brown fur and massive antlers. It enters an open space in the forest where a female is calmly grazing. But it is not the only one interested in this female. From a distance, a younger male, also determined and aggressive, appears. Its eyes flash when it sees the challenger. Slowly, cautiously, both move toward each other, and then they charge. The collision is so powerful that it could break weaker antlers. The battle lasts for several minutes, with both using all their strength to try to overpower the other. The fight is not just for the female, but also reflects survival instincts and the process of natural selection. Studies show that only about 10 to 15% of the adult males in a population get the opportunity to mate. The stronger ones often defeat the larger and more experienced males. In the end, the stronger male wins, and the female follows, silently accepting him as her mate. As the sunset falls, the battle ends, but a new life cycle is about to begin. In the coming months, the female will become pregnant, preparing to give birth to the next generation for the northeastern U.S. forest. Fall, with its brilliant beauty and fierce survival battles, is not just a farewell to the old year, but also the beginning of a new life cycle in the natural world. Fall is not only a time of transformation for nature, but also a reminder that life continues, even when it seems still. The falling leaves, the animals preparing for winter, these are all steps in the invisible journey of reproduction and renewal. And though the natural world changes day by day, these stories remain, connecting us to the past and leading us into the future. Stories like these, though silent, are incredibly miraculous and important. Meanwhile, the American black bear also begins its most important journey of its life. Fall is a crucial time for the black bear, when it must accumulate energy before entering the long hibernation phase. An adult female bear, weighing about 180 kilograms, is moving along a stream in the forest. At this time, her weight has increased compared to the summer, But it is still not enough to survive the harsh winter, when temperatures can drop below 5 degrees Fahrenheit and food becomes scarce. She needs to accumulate at least 50 kilograms more fat throughout the fall to ensure she has enough energy for 3 months of hibernation. During the more than 3 months of hibernation, the bear does not eat, drink, or excrete waste, but still maintains life functions thanks to her stored fat. This makes the fall a crucial survival phase. Every day, she must consume a massive amount of food to store enough energy. A black bear finds precious energy from protein and fat-rich salmon, an essential food source in the fall. With a powerful swipe, her massive front claws catch a salmon weighing more than 3 kilograms and throw it onto the shore. She eats quickly, utilizing every part of the fish from the meat, skin, to bones to maximize the calories ingested. In one day, a black bear can consume up to 20 salmon, equivalent to more than 30,000 calories, 15 times the daily energy requirement of an adult human. After satisfying herself with salmon, the black bear leaves the stream and moves deeper into the forest, where low shrubs are full of berries like raspberries and blueberries. With an incredibly sharp sense of smell, capable of detecting scents from up to 32 kilometers away, she quickly finds this food source. These fruits not only provide a quick source of fat, but also contain essential vitamins for her health. Studies show that a black bear can consume up to 100,000 berries in one day during the fall, helping it gain weight rapidly in just a few weeks. However, finding food is not always easy. In another part of the forest, a mature male black bear, weighing up to 300 kilograms, appears. He is a powerful predator and will not hesitate to steal food from smaller female bears. This time, the female bear quietly backs off, giving way to avoid an unnecessary confrontation. As the sun sets, the black bear does not stop. She must continue eating to accumulate enough fat for the approaching winter. Scientists believe that a black bear can increase its body weight by 30 to 40% during the fall, which equates to about 60 to 70 kilograms of fat in just a few weeks. Fall in the northeastern U.S. forest is not just a beautiful season with romantic colors, but also a decisive period for the survival of the black bear. Each meal is an essential preparation for the tough journey ahead. The final notes of fall echo through the forest, and on the bare branches, a bright red spot appears like a small flame. It's the northern cardinal, an unmistakable symbol of autumn. The male bird, with its bright red feathers and sharp crest, hops from branch to branch, searching for ripe fruits from trees like dogwood and viburnum. Meanwhile, the female, with her softer brownish-red feathers, collects seeds and dried fruits from the forest floor. This pair not only forages, but also contributes to seed dispersal, helping to regenerate the forest. The northern cardinal can eat up to 100 berries a day, providing enough energy to face the upcoming winter. A bit farther away, flocks of white-throated sparrows gather in large groups on the golden leaf carpet. Their melodious songs signal that the migration journey is about to begin. These sparrows, with their distinctive white throats and melodious calls, will fly thousands of kilometers south to escape the harsh cold. Before departing, they gather together to forage, primarily for grass seeds and small pine cones. Forming flocks not only enhances their safety from predators like coyotes, but also helps them navigate during their long flights. As the evening sun sets, the autumn forest grows quieter. Their small wings flutter quickly through the air, leaving their songs echoing throughout the forest. Though the harshness of winter is approaching, the brilliance of the northern cardinal remains undiminished, like a bright flame in the heart of winter. Each migration of the white-throated sparrow is not just a journey of survival, but also a deep connection between generations. As the last leaves fall, the life cycle in this forest continues, endlessly. The movement of life through these small creatures is truly impressive, isn't it? Winter arrives, marking the end of another life cycle in the forest. The northeastern U.S. forest is one of the most important temperate ecosystems on the planet. Through the 4 seasons, this forest witnesses the endless cycle of life. Harsh winters, when creatures struggle to survive, vibrant springs full of rebirth, bountiful summers, and the poetic fall, preparing for the winter sleep. But the forest is not just a habitat for animals, it is also a living testament to the miraculous balance nature has created over millions of years. The interactions between trees, animals, and the environment create a perfect and harmonious cycle. However, under the influence of natural forces and human actions, this ecosystem is facing severe challenges, threatening not only the species that reside here, but also the long-term survival of the forest itself. Small signs, often overlooked, such as a dried-up stream, a fallen old oak, or a hurried flock of birds, are the quiet cries of an ecosystem in imbalance. When nature becomes a challenge, everything begins to change. Climate change is affecting the rhythm of the forest. The average temperature in the northeastern U.S. has increased by 1.7 degrees Celsius in the past century. These climate changes are altering the forest's natural cycles. Shorter winters are causing the American black bear to leave its den earlier when food sources are still scarce. Bears, which depend on hibernation to conserve energy, now face the risk of exhausting their strength. Meanwhile, invasive species like the emerald ash borer beetle are ravaging ash trees in the forest. Since 2002, more than 8 billion ash trees have been destroyed by this beetle. This loss not only removes the valuable shade of these trees, but also destroys the natural shelter for creatures like woodpeckers, a loyal resident of the forest. Wildfires also contribute to the weakening of the forest, threatening the lives of the creatures here. The forest, once teeming with life, now faces enormous challenges. Wildfires arrive without warning. Over the past 20 years, the number of wildfires has increased by 25%. Many areas that once served as habitats for deer, bears, and other animals now only remain as ashes. A dry summer is enough to dry up streams, threatening the salmon, an important food source for bears and coyotes. However, nature is not the only enemy. Humans, with their relentless ambitions, also contribute to the reduction of forested areas in the northeastern U.S. Every year, about 40,000 hectares of forest, equivalent to 60,000 football fields, are destroyed to make way for urban and agricultural development. Dense forests that once served as habitats for animals like lynx are now fragmented into smaller sections, making hunting and living difficult for them. Water sources, the vital lifeblood of the forest, are also facing threats. Chemical products from agriculture and industry are polluting the streams, severely degrading water quality. Around 30% of lakes in the northeastern U.S. contain nitrate and phosphate levels that exceed safe limits, directly affecting fish populations and weakening terrestrial food chains. Gunshots continue to echo throughout the forest, despite clear regulations. Over 12,000 illegal hunting incidents have been recorded in just 2022. White-tailed deer, black bears, and even coyotes have become targets of illegal hunting activities. Amid these challenges, the forest still struggles to raise its voice. The drumming of woodpeckers on tree trunks, the howling of coyotes in the night, and the rustling of fresh stream waters all remind us that immediate action is necessary. Without forests, without a balanced ecosystem, all creatures, from the smallest insects to the largest, like black bears, will be driven to the brink of extinction. And when species disappear, humanity will also face inevitable consequences. Now is the time for us to act, to protect the forest and the life it shelters. As the cycle of the 4 seasons comes to an end, the northeastern U.S. forest, with all its beauty and strength, will face a great challenge. Within the protective embrace of the northeastern U.S. forest, survival battles are ongoing, but the challenges are making this ecosystem more vulnerable than ever before. However, amid these difficulties, there is still a glimmer of hope. Conservation areas and restoration projects are being implemented steadfastly to ensure that this forest will endure, maintaining the perfect balance nature has created over millions of years. Conservation areas, the final strongholds of nature, are being established across the states of Vermont, New Hampshire, and New York. The Adirondack Park is one of the largest forest preserves in North America, covering more than 2.4 million hectares, and is home to thousands of plant and animal species, including the American black bear, white-tailed deer, and bobcats. The number of black bears has increased from 750,000 in 2000 to over 900,000 in 2023. In addition to protecting forests, preserves like Adirondack also act as green shields against climate change. Recent studies show that these preserves help reduce more than 10 million tons of CO2 each year, equivalent to the emissions from 2 million cars. Besides Adirondack, the Green Mountain Forest Preserve in Vermont, with over 160,000 hectares, is implementing programs to protect migratory bird species like the white-throated sparrow. These projects ensure that these birds have safe shelters during their migration south. Another notable project is the Rewild the Northeast initiative, which aims to plant 1 million trees over the next 5 years. By the end of 2023, over 300,000 trees had been planted, prioritizing native species such as oaks, maples, and birches. These trees are regenerating habitats for bird species like woodpeckers and northern cardinals. In addition to reforestation, this project collaborates with local communities to minimize human impact. Farms in the suburbs of New York are adopting sustainable farming methods, reducing the use of chemicals that pollute rivers and lakes. These initiatives have improved the water quality in more than 30 large lakes, creating a healthier environment for fish species like salmon and brook trout. All these efforts are creating new hope, an opportunity for us to protect the forest and sustain the life of the creatures within it. These actions not only help restore the forest, but also ensure that we, as humans, can live in harmony with nature. As we continue to care for and protect the environment, these small but sustainable efforts will become a strong foundation for the future. Trees, animals, and humans all need connection, respect, and love for nature to survive and thrive. We can change lives, protect nature, and build a brighter future for all creatures on Earth. The northeastern U.S. forest is gradually recovering, with over 50% of the affected area having been restored. International cooperation has helped the forest become a World Heritage Site due to its ecological importance. This area is now part of the global initiative, Protect 30% of Nature by 2030, proposed by the United Nations. The U.S. government has committed to protecting over 1 million hectares of forest in this area by 2030, facilitating the recovery of endangered species such as lynx and red foxes. Conservation efforts have yielded significant results. A 2023 study reported that the number of migratory bird species, such as Canada geese, has increased by 15% in the protected areas of the northeastern U.S., thanks to reforestation programs and reduced water pollution.